All right, Phil. What's going on, man?
Not bad. How you been?
Good, man. How's life?
Good, good, good. This is awesome. First time talking to you face to face.
Yeah, dude.
Um, which is dope. Seeing your setup, all that G Fuel.
Yeah,
Anyways, how about you?
I'm good, man. We're getting ready. We decided we're gonna move, so because we're in
To,
California right now, it's just too damn expensive, bro. Way
oh,
too damn
for sure, for
expensive.
sure. Do you guys have any idea where you're gonna go?
We're looking at New Mexico. I'm from Arizona, but my girlfriend is going to cosmetology school, so she'll be able to transfer right over to like the same institute in New Mexico. So, because they film all the desert stuff out there,
Gotcha, gotcha.
Like,
Is it?
have you seen Breaking Bad?
Yeah, they filmed that
Yeah,
in New
yeah,
Mexico.
that's where they film it. Yeah, that's where it takes place.
Yeah. I mean, that's dope. Save a lot more money. On top of that, just like be able
Yeah.
to invest back into the setup a lot more.
So I mean, I'll put it into perspective. So we have like I believe it's like 900. It might be right at 1,000 square feet, but they include the parking space in that square feet in California, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. It's a two bedroom, one bathroom. We're looking at it's 2,040 a month just in rent, not utilities. And so
Damn.
in New Mexico, an apartment this size is bigger because they don't include the parking space. Um, and then we can get more square feet, but 850 a month for like the same two
Yeah, that's like
bedroom.
a
I think
normal.
it's
That's
two
like a.
bathroom
That's
too.
like yeah. That's like normal pricing.
Yeah, yeah, no. I mean, the only reason I moved out here was because I was supposed to work in the film industry, but then everything shut
Mm.
down. So
Oh
started doing
damn.
the started doing the streaming and content creating, and it just kind of did its thing. And
Took off.
yeah, I mean, I would totally be able to keep paying the bills with this, but I mean, like I said, it's just so inconsistent. I just don't like it. It's too much. It makes it too stressful when you make it all,
Yeah, just
about
like solely like
finances.
yeah,
Yeah, it
and
kind
to
of takes the
solely
fun out
rely
of it.
just on it.
Yeah, I just
But
never feel like I can have fun with it because it's like, gotta pay the bills.
no, I feel you big time. That's why like you have to. Yeah, no, no, no. I have to like
Yeah.
separate it from like numbers to like just having fun with it, to like
Yeah.
able to enjoy it. Because like some days like having to feel obligated to go on it is just like the worst feeling
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah. I mean, luckily there hasn't been a day yet where I was like, I just don't feel like it. Like I've never had to like cancel a stream. I have cut some
Hmm.
streams short, but I mean, everybody's always like, dude, if you need a break, take a break, And that
Yeah.
always, to me, that's always like, you know what? I'm not taking a break, like
No, yeah, I hate taking breaks because you feel like you're like
you feel
kind of like
defeated.
taking a step away and like yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But no, yeah, feel a big time on that. But I
So,
think yeah,
sorry, go
the
ahead.
trans the transition to New Mexico will definitely help out with like finances and
Big
probably
time.
give you a big motivational boost back into streaming. Maybe
I
up the
mean,
streams a little bit more.
I think change is good, man. I think change is good.
For sure.
Keeps us from getting comfortable. So, I think
Yeah,
it's
for sure, for sure.
I think that's the biggest problem we face as content creators is getting comfortable. You
Comfort,
get lazy.
100%.
Dude,
But
so
yeah.
you're in
Oh no,
Arizona.
yeah, no, you go ahead. Yeah, yeah.
I'm
You're
I'm
born here?
I was born in Yuma.
Yuma?
Born and
Oh,
raised in Yuma.
gotcha, gotcha. How long did you live here until you moved?
I moved when I turned 18. Went to boot camp.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, in New Jersey. So I spent my whole life in Arizona and then go to New Jersey. It was a big change.
Hella different change.
Yeah.
I have a couple homies in New Jersey. They say it's always like cold and stuff.
Yeah, luckily I was there during like the summertime, so I didn't have to deal with that. But I mean, there's people I know that were there, and there was like blizzards and shit while they were walking to class. They're just no big deal. Um,
Just
I
a
did
normal
ha-
day.
we did get hit by a hurricane while I was in boot camp, and that was ridiculous. We are just marching around like it's the Coast Guard, so we're supposed to be like used to bad weather. So they're like, suck it up, and we're just like can't even hear what he's saying. He's like screaming like 80-mile-per-hour winds.
Yeah, but I was actually born in Virginia, but I was only like 3 years old when we moved to Tucson,
Hmm.
and basically been here my entire life. Still live with my parents, so just saving a bunch of money
Yeah,
with
man.
that. Gonna
Yeah,
take
I got
advantage
you.
of that until I move out.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think the military was good because it kind of forced me to get out of my comfort zone right away. You know, like I was
Hmm.
a very shy kid. I got picked on a lot in school. You know, so it was definitely a just huge flip. You know, it definitely boosted my confidence.
No,
I
for
definitely
sure.
yeah. I think it helped me be more outgoing, but I'm still getting used to it. I'm still shy.
Yeah, me
So
too. I grew up like the quiet kid, the shy kid. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, just putting yourself out of your comfort zone, doing things that like putting yourself in social situations basically is like the best thing for that. That's
yeah,
what I always tell people.
yeah. I've
But
been
even
trying
then,
to.
I'm still shy and stuff.
Hmm. I've
It's
been
like
trying
something
to.
you like continuously work on. Sorry, go ahead.
No, dude, it's all good. I'm sorry. I don't mean to talk over you.
No, go ahead. I finished.
I I I've been trying to push myself out of my comfort zone more, and I mean, I've definitely on TikTok. I feel like a lot of people like they make fun of me for my height and stuff, you know, and so I've
Hmm.
been trying to be a little more tough and stuff like that. Might have overdone it, but I mean, you saw everything that happened. I don't want to talk about it, but yeah,
um, how was the military? How was that for
dude.
you?
So the military is just like any other job has its ups and downs, but it definitely made me the person I am now. You know, I would do
I
it
think
all again.
that's a part of military that like is worth it. You know, like the money really isn't anything, but like it's the experience really.
Yeah,
I
I
can't talk for
just
myself because I haven't been in the military, but I have friends and like my brother was a Marine and stuff.
okay. Yeah, I just couldn't see myself doing it for 20 years, man. I just
Mm.
because I did it. I joined to fly because I flew on helicopters, you know, and
Hmm.
I just the only thing I had to look forward to was if I was gonna stay in, the higher you go in rank, the less you fly, and I was just like that wasn't very motivating for me. It was a hard job too, so the stress was definitely um, something that discouraged me from wanting to stay in, you know.
It looked
So
difficult. Like I've been like a long time fan of yours too. Like so I like always watch your content and like seeing like the little clips of like the military stuff that you've had on it.
that's
It
cool, man.
looks
I didn't know
stressful,
that.
bro.
I mean, so that's like 30% of it, what you see. The other like 70% of it was paperwork, and I was a mechanic, so I worked on the helicopters, and that part of it sucked
Gotcha.
because
It's like
they're old
the behind the
helicopters from
scenes
the
kind of
80s.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Because most military branches, you're either a fixer or a flyer, but in the Coast Guard, you're both because it's a smaller branch and there's less people. So more responsibility, but the same amount of pay. Was another reason why it was kind of discouraging to stay in. You know, you see all these
Hmm.
other branches getting bonuses and stuff, and it was just like
Yeah.
I don't even know the last time that like my job field got a bonus. It just doesn't happen in the Coast Guard.
Yeah. Well, to be honest with you, I feel like most people only do like 4 years or something just because it's not what they expected, I guess. It's not something they want to do for the rest of their life. Not the rest of their life, for like the next 20 years.
Yeah, but they actually just got rid of like the traditional retirement. Like it doesn't work the same anymore. You don't like just get a straight up pension. It's like
Is it like,
they do kind of like a 401k thing and something else. So like you
so
can
do
still
they
get
just like
retirement,
add
but
on to it every like paycheck or something?
they like match up to a certain percentage. It definitely everybody was complaining. They're like, don't do it. I wish I had done it because at the time I thought I was gonna stay in, you know. So
Hmm.
I stuck with the original thing. But if I had switched to like the new retirement plan, I would have got something out of it. But oh well, you
Yeah,
know.
what can you do?
Yeah, they were gonna send me to either Jersey or Florida next, and I just really didn't want to go to one of those places. So that's another reason I got out. I wanted to stay on the West Coast.
Yeah.
So
Like they're
it's a
fun. Like Jersey's pretty cool, and then my brother actually lives in Florida, so I've visited a couple times. But like,
yeah.
it's not somewhere I'd like to stay, like live. You know.
I haven't really visited Florida. I've been to North Carolina and I think West Virginia. I don't know. I don't know the East Coast too well, but the weather there is awful. It's
Yeah,
so
it's like
humid, dude.
bipolar.
Yeah, like
What were you gonna
Arizona.
say?
Oh, I was gonna mention that I saw you. You got a street bike, right?
I do. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
Yamaha R3.
Okay.
Not the fastest of fastest bikes, but it's still
I,
zooming.
I'm not gonna pretend like I know anything about motorcycles or anything, but my dad, he had a Ninja. I think it was a '03. He finally got rid of it though. That was the reason he
Yeah.
got medically discharged from the military. Is he got into an accident and almost lost his foot. So
Yeah.
if I tried to get on a bike, my mom would kill me.
Nah, dude. Yeah, that's the thing with bikes. Like they're dope and like they're fun and all that stuff, but like just so freaking dangerous. And obviously, I take like any precaution that I can. Like, bro, I look both ways before
Yeah,
a traffic light. Like, I just take as much precautions as possible. But there's just some things you can't avoid too, like rear ends and stuff. Those are like one of the deadliest things that can
yeah,
happen on a bike, and that's just something you can't really avoid.
yeah. Dude, because I was stationed in San Francisco for the
Hmm.
last 4 years that I was in, and the traffic there is ridiculous. Like one of the first days I was there, I saw some guy on a bike. Somebody literally like opened a door and they hit it. And I
Yeah,
was just like,
and in California, you can lane split and all that stuff too, huh?
yeah, but just yeah, it's just so much more dangerous.
Yeah, like that. That's like an example of
Yeah,
like something you just can't avoid. Just like other
yeah.
people.
I definitely wouldn't want to ride one in California traffic, for sure.
No, me either.
That's
I've had
sketchy.
friends come from California over to Arizona, and they're the ones who got me into biking. They tell me about the traffic and all that stuff. It's like, bro, I couldn't. Just like weaving in through like
Yeah.
traffic and stuff. I
So
don't trust myself enough.
do you listen to music and stuff while you ride? Like you
I
have like
do. I have like a little Bluetooth thing that's like hooked up to like speakers inside my helmet.
okay, right on. I got something like
Honestly,
that when I snowboard. So yeah, that's
oh yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They have stuff for that too.
Yeah,
I actually haven't been snowboarding yet or skiing, bro. I need to go like ASAP.
you gotta go to Flagstaff, man. It's you
That's
gotta
what I
go
heard.
snowboard there. Yeah. Have you been to Flagstaff?
Nope,
It's
bro.
it's small. It's a small area, but it's pretty. Doesn't feel like
And it
Arizona.
actually gets cold.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
Hey, what about the Grand Canyon? You never been there?
Nah, dude.
Me either.
I don't feel like I'm a real Arizonan
I know,
because
right?
I've been kind of confined to just like Tucson and like Phoenix. I haven't gone anywhere else.
Tucson was one of the places we thought about moving. I like Tucson. Phoenix is growing too fast. Like I feel like they can't keep up with it. Like the road system there is ridiculous, man. Like they just
Consistently doing construction too.
yeah, they're just kind of building in a circle. It's it's bad, dude.
Yeah.
Every time I go there, I'm like, oh, they finished another section, but it still sucks. Like
Nope.
it's
No,
yeah,
I feel like Tucson definitely has New Mexico vibes too. Like
yeah, for sure.
very similar.
I think it's because it's more south.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Some weird stuff happens, but like it's still like not a bad place to live.
What do you mean weird stuff? Like just
It's like there's a lot of like um there's a lot of shootings and like there's like people like fighting all the time, like just like driving down tor- towards like South Tucson, you
yeah.
just see people like fighting and like just weird stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm curious. I gotta look into it more because my mom was like moving to like Albuquerque area. Like there's gotta be like a lot of drug crime there or something. And I'm like, well, I don't know if it's like Breaking Bad, but you know what I mean. Like
I
that's
don't
what
know if it's
everybody
that bad,
pictures.
but like yeah.
So yeah, but now, dude, I'm really excited. I'm just waiting for we can't move until I get my unemployment check. I've been waiting for months, man. So I was adopted by my stepfather, and so I have
Hmm.
it when I put in a claim for unemployment, it basically popped up with like two names, and it I guess it's taking them like 3 months to like have somebody look at my case and be like, oh yeah, this is the person he says he is. You know, he's not using a fake name.
They have to like make sure
But
and all that stuff.
yeah, but I'm supposed to get like $9,000. So you know what I mean?
That'd
It's
be
just
really
kind of like
helpful.
just waiting for it, man. It's like come on already. But
3 months though, that's kind of insane.
yeah, because I mean
I
the
mean, they are
first
kind of backed up with like so
big
much.
time. Yeah, it's California, so yeah. But what were you gonna say something else?
Well, that's gonna be like hella helpful, bro. Like one, getting into the new
Yeah.
place and just having like basically so much rent already paid.
So you want to know something that actually sucks about being because I would right now I'm full time with content creating and stuff. There's I thought about
Hmm.
getting a part time job here, but there's really no point if we're gonna move, you know. So
Yeah.
we're planning on moving in like a month because we have to give 30 days notice to the. Because we're gonna break lease, dude. It's
Hmm.
actually gonna. It's gonna. We're gonna make money by breaking the lease and moving early because it's so expensive here. So.
Do you have to pay to break the lease?
So the way that they do it is either you straight up just pay 2 months rent, which would be 4 grand, or what looks like it's gonna be what works out is you basically say, hey, like here's your 30 days notice. We need to break lease. We're gonna move, and because they give you the other option, you can basically pay as long as it takes for them to find somebody, and I think it's up to 2 months also, so that it balances out. But basically up until the point where they can find somebody to move into your unit. So that's what we're gonna do because uh, people just moved out from upstairs, and we've seen people looking. Like I think somebody's gonna move in soon, and they've only been gone for like 2 weeks, so it's probably gonna end up being way cheaper than just paying 2 months and bouncing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So instead, you just pay like 1 month and then kind of hope that someone moves in.
I don't think we even have to pay until they figure out whether somebody moves in or 2 months is up or what. But
Oh, gotcha,
and I think
gotcha.
if you do it like that, you can do it like a payment plan too, so we wouldn't have to just drop 4 grand if that happens.
Gotcha, gotcha,
So that's
gotcha.
but yeah, man.
Would you would you try finding a part job like once you guys move?
Probably I don't. The issue is unemployment is so high right now. I don't know if anybody's hiring. You know.
True. The most you would
So
get is like places like where they need people, like grocery stores or like yeah. That's
yeah,
all I can think of. Probably just grocery stores because they're like constantly needing people because people don't really want to do that job.
yeah.
At least where I'm at.
Yeah, but luckily, like I said, getting that check from unemployment is gonna make it a lot less stressful because we're not gonna be like worried about money.
Definitely gonna help too.
Yeah. I mean, just I think they said so. Like right now, because my girlfriend is a full-time student, and with her unemployment, we're making about, I think it was like 48 or 49 grand a year based off of the numbers we have right now. Because I kind of averaged out what I've made on Twitch and stuff. They said
Mhm.
that to have like the same, I don't know what they call it, like comfortability of living, whatever that term is. To kind of like live in the same way you do here in New Mexico, you only have to make like 22 grand a
Oh
year.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's like, yeah,
Gotcha.
it's just we're gonna feel it for sure. Everything's gonna go
No,
down.
yeah.
Car
Less
insurance.
stressful.
Yeah.
But no, that's good for you, man. I'm I'm happy for you in that aspect of your life.
Thanks, man.
That's why
What
I
about,
don't want to live in fucking freaking California.
you're fine. You can cuss. You're fine,
Personally,
dude.
I don't cuss. I don't know if you watch like my streams or anything, but I just
I
well,
try not
I
to.
do cut. Yeah. So like
Yeah.
sometimes it kind of just slips out, but like for the most part, I kind of just like have built a habit of just like not trying to cuss.
Yeah. I mean, even Ninja, I don't know if you saw, but like he used to cuss a lot, and then
Yeah,
he finally stopped
like
cussing as
crazy.
much, and he blew up because he just kind of became he appealed to a bigger audience that way. So it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, there's trade-offs. I,
yeah,
I don't I don't like to like completely censor myself though, because then it feels like I'm trying too hard to like not
yeah.
do something. So I
I
feel
feel
you.
like you're. It just feels like you're not trying to be yourself, you know.
Yeah,
And that's like, you got to be yourself on
yeah,
Twitch and
you want to
stuff,
be
you know.
genuine for
Yeah.
sure. So what's your plan? Are you trying to move somewhere else? Or are you trying to stay in
Um.
Arizona? Or
To be honest, I don't mind like staying here for a little bit, or I don't even like mind if I like, because I have like no reason to move really. Like I don't mind living in Tucson, but I just applied for the nursing program at the University of Arizona, and
that's right, yeah.
I had my interview and everything already. So I think I get my decision within this next week. So we'll see about that. Um, so I kind of had to stay here for a little bit longer just to get through
Gotcha.
that whole thing, and then just doing Twitch on the side. I want it to blow up just to have like that little thing on the side that like gets me more revenue, but at the same time it's like a hobby. Like it's something like I enjoy so much.
Yeah.
So it'd be sick to have like a hobby like that to like
Yeah, obviously.
be able
Yeah.
to like fund other things in my life.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I mean, so have you how old are you? You're
23.
23? Okay, I'm 24. So we're like the same age. Have you've done college? Like, you've done some college, or you have to,
Yeah,
right? For like nursing, obviously.
yeah. I've done my prereq years, so like my 2 years. But
Mm-hmm.
then I've been rejected from the nursing school like ever since I've been applying. So like I rejected 4 times, 2 times from 2 different schools. So yeah, basically I just been taking gap years and like retaking classes to increase my GPA. Just like doing anything I can, like volunteering at the hospital and all that stuff. So yeah,
That's a grind, bro. I didn't know that they
yeah.
reject people that much.
Not it's super freaking competitive. I think there's
I bet.
250 applicants, only 54 get in.
Wow. Okay.
So so it is
Wow.
kind of
I get you.
competitive.
I mean, dude, even I totally understand you because when I was in high school, when I decided I wanted to join the Coast Guard, they weren't really like picking up a lot of people at the time. So it was like a whole process. They had me do like a one-page essay about why I wanted to join. I had to do like a resume, which was weird as like a high schooler because I was like, all right,
Yeah, I was
I've
like,
been a
what did he put on
lifeguard. That's
there?
a like, and then I went. They had us do like a fitness test just to see like right there and there, like, can we do push-ups and sit-ups, you know?
Hmm.
And then it was like an orientation, bro. There was like 25 people there, and like I was the youngest one. Everybody else was like they were like college dropouts and stuff. And I'm just there, I'm 17 years old. It was just weird. Uh, but yeah, they were like, all right, so we have 50 spots for the year, and it was like March, and I was like, what? And so they were
Just
like, yeah,
50
you'll
spots.
yeah to join the military. I was like, what? It was San Diego, so I think California, obviously they have more recruiting stations, but
Uh-huh.
that might have been the thing. They just have like a limited amount of space. Because I don't know if it's the same anymore, but they always used to say how like the Coast Guard is the same size as like the New York City Police Department, personnel wise.
Which isn't that much, right?
No, it's I think it's like 43,000 or something. I could be wrong. I think that's got to be wrong.
Sounds
That
a lot.
sounds like,
That sounds like a lot.
I mean, compared to
43.
the other branches, no.
No,
It
yeah, yeah.
yeah, like it's just weird to think about. Like they also used to say that like there was more employees at like Disney World or something. It's not true
That's how
anymore.
small
Obviously,
Coast Guard is.
they just laid off a bunch of people. But
Yeah.
yeah, man. So like
I
just
feel
the
like go ahead.
go ahead. No, you're fine. I was just gonna say that the responsibility was definitely more, because there's less people. So
No, yeah, I feel
it's a
yeah.
lot.
I always thought like, well, I never knew anything about the Coast Guard, but I know like the Army and like the Marines. I guess they have more funding. That way they could like have so many more like people. Because I feel like they just try to grab as many people as they can. Like it's not like limited at all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, most of the funding in the military goes to aviation, because like I mean, like one F-22 is like $250 million or something, right? So
Which is freaking insane.
yeah, so there was only like I believe the number was like 1,500 people that did my job. So it was very tight knit. Like you would run into the same people all the time, going to like different stations and stuff. Um, but yeah, so most branches, most of the money goes towards aviation. Well, just to put in perspective, like the helicopters I flew on were from the '80s, dude. Like we still using the same helicopters from almost 50 years ago.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's kind of gnarly. Like the boat that I was stationed on right out of boot camp was from the '60s, so that thing was always breaking.
that's insane.
Yeah, we mostly chased drug runners when I did that. We went like all the way down to like Panama and stuff.
Do you
So
have any cool stories about that? Do you guys ever catch like?
yeah, yeah. I've had a bale of cocaine explode in my face. That was interesting.
That's insane.
Um, but yeah, basically what we would do is we would just get intel and go sit out in the middle of the ocean and in the middle of the night with all the lights off. They call it like darkened ship, and we would just wait for them to show up and then try to catch them. Because they use like fast boats, so we would deploy like a
Yeah,
smaller boat and they would try to intercept them. Sometimes we'd have a helicopter on the back. Um, but a lot of times they put the helicopters on the bigger ships because they could go faster. Like I think our cruising speed was like 13 knots, which is like 15 miles an hour or something. Not
Wait, so do
exactly a high speed chase.
how exactly do you guys like find them? Do they have lights on, or like do you guys have like a sonar thing, or like
So we would
since
have
you guys are like in the
C-130s.
dark,
Yeah, we would have like C-130s circling above, like looking for them, because they can use
is that
like
a
FLIR
plane?
and stuff. Yeah, you've played Call of Duty, right?
Yeah, I have, but it's been a long time. I think the last one I played was like Black Ops 1 or something.
Okay, so like it would be like what they call like a gunship in that game. It's like a big ass plane. They can
Gotcha.
fly for like 26 hours or something. I don't know. That just pulled that number out of my ass, but they can fly for a really long time. They have fuel
Uh-huh.
for days. Um, but anyways, yeah, they would circle around and look for them. We would get like intel from, I guess, narcs
The
or whatever you would
planes.
call them. Because it
Oh.
was way down south, like near like El Salvador and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I did a lot of deployments where we would like I visited all over Mexico. That was like the main place that we stopped to like get food and fuel and all that stuff. We'd be there for like 3 days at a time, and get to go explore and stuff like that. And I mean, there was times where they were like, "Hey, nobody's getting off the boat because somebody got kidnapped," so stuff like that.
Damn.
Sketchy.
That's kind of yeah, that's kind of sketch.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I did that for
let's
like a
talk.
year.
Oh, just like the whole
Yeah,
South America thing.
yeah, while I was waiting to go to aviation school.
Gotcha. Damn, that's sketch.
What did you want to talk about?
Let's talk about like content creation.
Yeah, for sure.
How like where did let's talk about like your origin story and like how you built yourself up. Like what was the first video? What was the first,
So I don't know about you. I started streaming um almost 3 years ago now. And like nobody watched me for like the first 2.5 years. It was basically just like friends and family. I never had more than
Mm-hmm.
like 5 viewers. And then when I was getting out of the military, um I p- TikTok was in the news for some reason, and then so like I looked into it and I saw that people were posting like streamer stuff and then they were getting viewers. So I posted one of those like struggles of a small streamer videos, and it like slowly over like 3 weeks got up to like 1 million views. So I had kind of like a steady flow of like 20 people, watching at a time,
Mm-hmm.
just different people. It was like a couple people stuck around, but mostly it was different people just checking out the channel because I was so small.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, and then I just kept posting content. It was kind of gradual, and then I mean, like we talked about it just seems like right now with everybody going back to school and work and all that, like there's definitely less people
There's definitely a
watching.
drop in numbers. You have to like get it at the right time, or like have a time where like everyone's just kind of chilling, or on the weekends. That's like
Mm-hmm.
usually when
Yeah.
people have more time.
Oh, I
Oh, my
lost.
bad.
It's all good.
Are we back?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay,
Your camera
I
just
just got a
disappeared for a
call.
second.
From a telemarketer, so it's not a thing.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
It's
say I can
important.
pause it.
Nothing important.
Dude, these robocalls are getting out of control, man.
No, yeah, a lot of like election calls and
Mm-hmm.
just like social security fraud calls.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like once a day I get an election call now.
Hmm. But
Uh,
yeah,
how long have you been streaming?
on Twitch, only like 2 months. My first day was August 10th.
Okay.
But on TikTok, when they when I hit 1,000 followers, I went like, what's it called? Live? Would you call it live or streaming?
Like on TikTok?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
usually call
it's
it TikTok streaming.
I call it live. It's TikTok live, right? That's what they
Yeah,
call it. I don't
I
know.
think so.
It
I don't
doesn't
know,
matter.
but
I get what you're
but yeah.
saying.
So like, once I hit 1,000 followers, I started um, doing TikTok live, and I hit that around like March this year, because that was like around like when quarantine started and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But basically, I started doing that, and I was like, I'm gonna do it like once a week. But then like it turned into like once every day, and then turned into an everyday thing. Um, for like the past like 4 months, I kind of just fell in love with it. I was like, why not transfer it over to Twitch, where I can like, you know, build a community and like
Yeah.
play video games while I'm talking to the community instead of just talking to the community like on TikTok. That's what most people do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's only been 2 months on Twitch so far, and it's sick. Met a lot of new homies. Slowly building a community that's like super positive. That's what I want with my community,
That's
and yeah,
good, man.
it's fun.
So I feel like everybody, tell me if this is weird, but this is something that's been on my mind lately. I see everybody doing like the positive vibes only thing, you know? Like that's everybody's like positive vibes only. But dude, I mean, there's some times where like it's hard to stay positive. So I thought about doing like positive vibes mostly. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, you know, but
No,
I just that's something I noticed.
no. Um, obviously it's not always positive vibes every
You
day, but
try to
like,
be, but
yeah, there's those days where you just like don't feel good, and I'm like honest about that. I
yeah.
don't want to just seem like a person who's like positive and optimistic all the time. I am optimistic all the time, but it's just like I'm not always like on my
Yeah.
A game all the time. So I'm like pretty honest and just like letting people know like I'm not having the best day. But like streaming, like sometimes like the chat lifts my mood up. So like yeah, I try to be as natural as possible and just be myself.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty positive person in general too, so like that helps. So I'm not like faking anything, but like no, yeah, I understand you with that whole like
Yeah.
positive vibe always kind of thing.
Yeah, I just feel like people sometimes come in and like, dude, why you like? I watch your TikToks and like you're so energetic and stuff, but like today you just seem kind of depressed. And I was like, I'm stressed out, man. I'm sorry. I'm trying, but like right now I
Yeah, and
just
that's
feel
two
like gaming
different
and
things
chilling.
too.
Yeah,
Like streaming's is like live, and videos you kind of
yeah,
can put on like a persona or just like a lift your mood up for that second just to make that video.
hmm
But live is live.
yeah. Uh, have you have you had much experience with like trolls and stuff coming into chat?
Yeah, dude. Um, Not often, but I don't know why. I don't know why that's such a big thing. Like, why does it even happen? But
I think,
during my first subathon, I walked away for like a minute just to go get some food.
yeah.
And I had people join my Discord and start talking in the Discord and just saying
Oh,
some bad stuff for a whole good like minute before it came back.
you didn't have it like set up so where it was locked, like you had to be like dragged over.
No,
You do now though, right?
and now
You
I
need to
need to
do
do
that, bro, because
that.
that can
Yeah.
happen. I've heard stuff like that, dude. That one time I ended the stream and I think because this was before I locked it. I didn't
Hmm.
know that I ended the stream, but I was still in the Discord, and so like I got I got back on my computer and I pull on my headphones and there's two people arguing in this Discord. And I'm just like, what the hell? I'm like all confused, you know? They're like calling each other names and stuff. I'm like, hey, chill. Like,
Was it like an actual like fight, or were they just like,
yeah, one of them was being racist and the other one was
damn?
like, I'm gonna tell the mods to like ban you from this server and stuff like that. And the guy's like, well, I'm gonna get your IP address. And he's like, you can't do that and all that. They're just arguing, dude. And I was just like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Was it like one of your longtime viewers versus like a random person, or was it like
I
just
didn't
two
even
random people?
recognize just two random people who joined the Discord and happened to hop in the chat because I was in there, you know, because they can see that you're in there. I think
Oh,
they were
true,
trying to
true.
like be like, hey, what's up? But then like they just started, I think one of them might have tried to talk shit to me, but I wasn't there. And so the other one was like, hey, you know, and then they started talking shit to each other.
Right. I'm
But
dead. But
yeah,
yeah, I
dude, it
definitely
was
need to
weird.
do that.
It's pretty simple. You can YouTube it, take you like 5 seconds.
I'll
Discord
probably
is
ask my
crazy, man.
mods.
There's so much you can do with it that I don't even understand yet.
I know. So much stuff. And like you can get like Discord, was it Discord partnered? I was like, what the
Yeah,
heck?
people tell me I need to apply for that.
Oh, you have to, it's something you apply for? I
I
thought it
think
was something
so.
kind of just like that happens, but
I
I
think
don't
it's
even know
something
what
you
the
apply for.
benefits are, but I mean, that'd be pretty sick.
I have no idea. I'll have to look into it. It's just another thing on my list, you know?
Hmm.
Yeah.
So, what are like, or you go ahead.
No, go for it, dude. I'm
What are
chilling.
like, what are goals, future plans,
Um,
like with the
so
stream and like TikTok and all that stuff?
so like for TikTok, I just, you know, obviously just want to continue to grow. But I mean,
Hmm.
it's I don't know about you, but I've definitely noticed that like it's the same thing with like Twitch. There's just it's hard to get views right now. Like it's just we're in a weird transition. I feel like there's
No,
an
yeah,
oversaturation of creators and a lot less
100%.
viewers because less people are just chilling on their phone all day. So it's weird. I think we're gonna see a lot of people quit. To be honest, I think we're
On
gonna see a lot of
TikTok,
people get
I've
discouraged.
already seen so many people quit.
I've
When
seen a
did
lot of
you
people
start
take
TikTok?
breaks. Back in April. April.
Gotcha. I
But I
started
mean,
like December around that time.
I posted like one video and it did bad, and I didn't post again for like a month.
What made
So,
you hop like decide to hop back on?
I was moving from San Francisco to the LA area, so I kind of just didn't pay too much attention to it, and then I kind of settled in, and like I said, I saw somebody made a video, like a struggles of a small streamer video, and so I like
Hmm.
looked up on YouTube like how to get engagement on TikTok, and I just they were talking about the algorithm, and but I mean, whatever I did, it seemed to work for that
Hmm.
video. But I mean, I feel like the whole algorithm thing is a joke now. Like I feel like everybody's just taking shots in the dark at this point. Nobody knows what
Yeah,
works.
yeah. Kind of just have to post and wish for the best, but I mean, it is a free app, so it's kind of like
Yeah.
nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start moving away from using hashtags.
I haven't been using hashtags for the longest time.
Yeah, I think hashtags are what they do is they trap you in a niche. I think that's really what it
Yeah,
does. That's all it does. So I think I'm gonna stop using them.
no, yeah, 100%. And I mean, like, I follow some like the TikTok gurus or whatever, like the guys like give you tips and stuff, and like that would say like if you're like your views are like kind of whack, just like take a break from hashtags and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Yeah.
haven't even been using hashtags. Like, I just don't even like think
How often
about
do
it
you
really.
post? I looked at your account. It seems like you don't post too often.
Um, I feel like everyone can like vouch for this, but like once you've been doing TikTok for like that long, it's only been like a year, but like with the TikTok, like you make like little small videos, and I feel like you definitely like burn out just because kind of just like don't know what to make anymore. At least that's how I feel. But so I kind of just like post whenever I have an idea.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I'm the type of person like I was gonna in the film industry. What I wanted to do was be an assistant director to hopefully make it into like the creative department at some point. Because I don't have a hard time coming up with ideas. It's the execution of them. You know what I mean? It's trying to get them. You trying to get that vision out the
Hmm.
way that you see it in your head, and it doesn't always work out. You know.
Hmm.
Um, but like that's what always fascinated me about being a director is that your job is to have this vision and then basically direct people to make it happen. You know, like you might not necessarily know how everything works, but you know that just always fascinated me. Um, but yeah, dude, I definitely I get what you're saying. That's why I started to post less is because I felt like my content was starting to get worse, and so I
No,
decided to
yeah,
dial
that
it
too.
back. You know, like I said, I feel like that one TikTok was kind of a wake up call. I was like, dude, like I need to scale it back. I'm just running out of ideas. You know?
No, yeah, you're learning from it.
Yeah, dude. You got to learn from everything. You know?
Exactly, exactly. The worst thing you could have done would be like to get defensive, but you're learning
Yeah.
from it.
Yeah. There
But
was
yeah,
people who they said that I should have just been like Conor McGregor, like I apologize to no one, and I was like, dude, I don't think that's the way to go, bro.
no, no, no,
You're gonna
no.
piss
That
off
would
so
have,
many people.
yeah, exactly, and it would have trickled a lot more into
Yeah.
something a lot worse than it should have been. Could
Yeah,
have
and
been.
that definitely would have not been what I am either. You know? Like
Hmm.
yeah. I mean,
For sure, for sure.
um.
Um,
So what games do you play, man? Do you play Valorant? I feel like I saw
I just
you.
play Valorant. I picked up Genshin Impact. Have you heard of that game?
I've heard of it. Is that like an anime thing?
Yeah, it's like an anime like RPG game.
Okay.
I haven't really played it that much though because
See people playing it. So
it's like a grind game. It's like a single player grind game. You can play co op and stuff, but for the most part, it's just like a single player grind game. There's like a storyline and all that stuff. But
okay.
yeah, mostly just Valorant right now. The new act just came out, so I've been playing that.
I tried that yesterday. The new map is weird.
Oh yeah, I don't like that at all.
You don't like it? I don't like that people
No.
can get super high up on stuff. Like the verticality of the map throws me off.
Yeah. I've only played it once and I did terrible just because like so new and there's all those little angles and like roofs
Yeah.
and stuff. So
So that the map they added before that one, I really liked. The one where it's got like the really open mid section. I forgot what it's called.
I couldn't tell you. I don't even know the names for them.
Okay, but whichever one came out before the map that came out now. So I guess the one that was in the last act. I like that map. So I don't know if you know which one I'm talking about.
I have no clue. But I don't think I was playing during that time when they released that new map either, because
The game's in a weird spot, man. Like it's definitely got its like hardcore fans, and then there's people who like they want it to be a big thing, but like it's just not. I almost feel like it peaked in its beta. You know. I mean, I
I
hope
feel
it.
like it's like I definitely think it's like a CS:GO kind of thing, where like it has its hardcore fans, but like it doesn't like
Yeah.
have its like eyes, kind of like how Fortnite and like yeah, kind of how like Fortnite did.
I think the issue is like they just haven't added enough. You know, like people just got bored of what
Mm.
was already there, and they haven't changed enough to get those people to come back and stay there. You know, like it gets kind of
No, yeah,
repetitive.
no, yeah, yeah, for sure. I
The
mean, same with
issue,
like CS:GO too. CS:GO
yeah,
is like just CS:GO.
yeah. I played CS:GO a little bit, but I never got like hardcore into it. I definitely have been more into Valorant than I was CS:GO.
Mm-hmm.
But I what I respect is the whole the how much effort they put into like the tick rate and stuff like that. You know, get trying to eliminate peeker's advantage. Like that's a big thing. I hope other studios try to learn from it and do the same thing.
I
Cause
feel
like,
like yeah, that's just a small detail that makes such a big difference.
cause it Rainbow Six is a game that I really like, but it pisses me off because sometimes you just there's nothing you can do, man. Like somebody peeks the corner at the right time and they see you first, and you don't even see them. Just can't do anything about it.
I've never
You just
played Rainbow
get headshot.
Six or
Cause,
Siege at least, so
cause yeah, it's another one of those games that's like all about headshots. So
mm. I mean,
yeah,
I've seen gameplay, but I haven't played it myself.
yeah. It's a,
What
and
games are you playing?
I like to call myself a variety streamer, but I mainly play first person shooters. Definitely Call of Duty the most. Um, I people want
Warzone
me
or
to.
like
I've been playing less Warzone actually, man. I feel like I'm just getting burnt out on it. They got the whole like haunting of Verdansk thing coming, which the rumors and leaks have said that they're gonna basically make it so that when you die, you turn into a zombie, and you have to like go after other
oh,
players to come back instead of the
is this like a
gulag.
Halloween thing?
Yeah, it's a Halloween thing.
Gotcha.
Um, but supposedly they're gonna do like a night version of it too, and that's gonna be
That sounds
crazy.
fun.
Yeah, I think that would be
I've
pretty
been meaning to
crazy.
play Warzone. I've been
Oh,
meaning to play
thanks, babe.
Warzone, but
Thanks, babe. She brought me food.
did I just see a TikTok get made?
Uh, Now, dude, I've honestly been shying away from the girlfriend TikToks. I
Why?
feel like it's turning into a meme, dude. Have you noticed
I
that?
mean, yeah, but at the same time, it's like it's your content, and it's like I feel like that kind of like having like a meme in your community kind of like builds it up more.
I guess, yeah.
Unless you don't like it. If you don't like it, then obviously
I
you
mean,
know.
we made one this morning, cause it. I don't. Did you have like? Did you check before you got on?
I did not.
Cause I looked at your stuff before I got on. I what it was somebody commented. Cause my girlfriend likes to like look through comments, and like ask me, do you think this would be a good one? Uh, cause she like just dropped out of the school because she's getting ready to transfer, so there's like no point. They're just gonna
Mm-hmm.
transfer her credits. So she's able to be in them again. Um, it's weird because she just started going back to like campus because the campus opened. So it's like just went back, and then now it's like take a break.
Mm-hmm.
But she found one where this it was from way back when this guy he was like he said try this flavor that he was gonna hold his breath until I did. And
Yeah.
it was from like 2.5 weeks ago. So I was like, oh no. I was like, he's probably
Dude's probably
dead.
dead.
Yeah. But
No, but I think that I don't know. That's like your guys' thing. Like it's done well too. So like
yeah.
and it's
I
kind of like it's your life too. So
yeah, it's
like
just
a
been
little
kind of
like behind the
frustrating
scenes.
because people will be like, "Oh, the only reason why you made it on Twitch to where you are is because your girlfriend," and it's like it's just
I've
because
seen those
those are
comments. Yeah,
it's because those are the TikToks that they see the most. Those are the ones that do the best. But I mean, like she's probably in like a quarter of them. I would
yeah.
say at
But
this
other than
point.
that, they're just like trolling. They're memeing.
Yeah,
I don't know. Personally, I would just keep doing it because that's like your life and like as in
yeah,
like that's your girlfriend and stuff. Like
yeah. I mean, we're
don't
just
try to
trying to
like
make them
hide her.
different because I feel like everybody kind of does them the same now. Like there's one guy. I try to give him. I tried to be nice about it before, but people literally won't leave me alone about it now. They're like, dude, this guy's like legit copying you every TikTok.
Oh, okay,
Do
yeah,
you know who?
I've seen that.
Do
Yeah,
you know who it is?
yeah.
I'm not gonna
Don't know
say
his name, but I've
names.
don't know his name, but I've seen the videos.
Well, so he posted one where he was like, I don't know who Danny Dorito is, this and that. Like, and you could tell he's just like totally like playing dumb. And so like
Yeah.
we responded to that one and we're like, hey, I'm Danny Dorito. Like, don't everybody was saying like they were really hating on him. They were saying like you need acting lessons or something. Like they were just
I
totally
mean,
roasting this dude.
yeah,
Uh so like we made that one and like, oh okay, but then like I don't know if they took it the wrong way. They were like, oh, it's okay. So then they just like doubled down on it. They started copying them more. And so people have just been constantly tagging me and then they're like, hey, this guy's like word for word copying you, like um tell him to stop. And I'm like, I'm not gonna tell him to stop. Like, like at some
yeah.
point they're gonna have to realize that like you're only gonna get so far, copying somebody.
No,
But
yeah, 100%. They're gonna burn out. They're not gonna like once they have their actual stuff and it doesn't do well, they're gonna like.
yeah. But I mean it's literally gotten to the point where like I'll post a G Fuel one,
Hmm.
right? And then this guy will post one like an hour later.
I mean, you're doing something right for him to copy and stuff. I know it's kind
I
of
guess.
frustrating, but
I just stopped caring, man. Like I said, I can't. It's a waste of time to like be bothered by stuff like that. I feel like.
yeah, 100%.
But they reposted yesterday. They reposted the one where they're like, I don't know who Danny Dorito is, and I commented. I was like, why would you repost this? And they took it down like immediately. I was like, why would you repost that? It was the one that we
Yeah.
replied to saying like I'm Danny Dorito. Like that's who they're talking about. I
Oh,
just
they
felt if
reposted it.
Yeah, they reposted that one
Oh man,
because it,
I feel
it did. It
they're
blew
just
up
trying to.
because everybody was like,
Yeah, they're trying to
yeah,
garner the views and get more stuff because they know it works.
yeah. But the thing
But
I don't understand is that it's this guy's girlfriend's account. Like they both have an account, but he'll post on her account like it's his account. So people are always like, they always tag me and they're like, is this whose account is this? Is this guy's girlfriend's or is it his? Like he's copying you. And I'm like, I don't
I'm
know, dude.
guessing it started out as hers. I've seen that a lot. Like starts out as like one
Yeah,
person's or one significant other's, and then they kind of just um transition to like relationship
yeah,
or a couple, like turn into a couple's TikTok.
yeah. What about you, man? You got a relationship? You just
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
free agent
I've
right
actually
now?
never had a girlfriend actually, but
Really?
like yeah, man, it's just I don't know, man. Worst luck, honestly.
I
But
mean,
I'm not really or I try not to like really dwell on it. I just kind of just work on myself and use this time to like focus on myself.
yeah. People ask me all the time. They're like, "How do I find a girlfriend like that?" Because they see they see her being supportive all the time. But I'm like, it's not
Hmm.
always like that. Like, there's hard times and everything. But I mean, my advice has always just been like, just be the type of person you want to attract. Like I don't know
Yeah,
what else to say. But
I say just be the best person you can be, and like don't really.
yeah,
I mean, like if you're like looking to just have a girlfriend, yeah, obviously look. But like, I think when you're just focused on yourself and then having that person come into your life, kind of
yeah,
supplements it, and just like you'll have a better relationship overall instead of just like
yeah. If you go
spending
looking
so much
for it,
time.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's just different. So I met
yeah.
her in high school, and like we
Uh,
dated for a couple years, and then I went to boot camp, and her sister got leukemia and then passed. So she was going through all kinds of stuff. We just kind of parted ways, but We reconnected when I was getting out of the military, and just kind of we've been dating for like about a year now. So
That's good.
again,
I feel like yeah, if you guys come back together, I feel it's a meant to be kind of thing. So that's dope.
I hope so. I hope it's like a meant to be thing.
I hope so too. I'll be I'll be betting on it. I'll keep watching to get updates.
All right, man. Yeah, and everybody keeps asking me like, when are you gonna propose? I'm like, I'm not gonna tell you guys. You guys are just gonna ruin it. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
they can't keep a secret.
Any plans soon or
Um,
down the line kind of thing?
yeah. So I was looking at getting a house because I have a VA loan, right? That's one of the things that I can do. But the issue is if you're self-employed, they want 2 years of tax history with that as you with you being self-employed. So basically, if I wanted to not get a job and just do Twitch and TikTok and all that stuff, YouTube, then I would have to do that for 2 years before they would count that as like real income to buy a house. So that's why I'm looking at getting a part-time job so that in a year after we move, we can look at getting a house, just so I have
Gotcha.
some income. And then like disability, everything's been shut down, so I haven't been able to go do like the checkups and stuff. But they're supposed to check my hearing. I had to go to physical therapy for my knees because I banged them up a lot in the helicopter. Sitting in the helicopter for like 6 hours flying around, like you get like lower back problems, stuff like that. So I could get anywhere from like 130 a month to like 1,000 or something, depending on what happens. So that'll also count as like income. So it's just there's a lot of stuff that's kind of like up in the air right now. I know right away that I'm definitely gonna get like the 10% because it's weird how they do it. They have some weird equation, but it starts at 10%, and I have tinnitus, which is like when you get ringing in your ears.
Hmm.
It'll legit wake me up. I'm explaining this like you don't know what it is because you're trying to be a doctor. You know what this stuff is, right?
A nurse. Like
Nurse.
I know what it is, but like
Yeah.
I've never experienced it myself, so
So when I was in, they had these specialists come and like mold ear protection for your ears, and I think the one they did on the left wasn't done correctly because like I definitely feel like I have most of the damage in the left ear. But the
hmm
tinnitus, like the ringing in my ears, it'll legit wake me up sometimes. Like I'll just wake up because my ears are ringing. It's messed
is
up.
it kind of like a random kind of thing, or
Yeah,
is
it's
it
totally
always
random.
constantly random ringing?
So I mean, I don't know. You probably know more, but I hear it's because like the little hairs in your ear die, and when they die, it like messes with like your I don't know, like it causes ringing when they die, and so it's like a hair just died or something. I'm like, does that mean my hearing's just gonna go away? Like, what is going on? I don't know
Interesting,
anything about
interesting.
this. I'm supposed
No,
to see
yeah,
a
I don't know too
specialist.
much about it.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully that goes well because that sounds shitty to just wake up in the middle of the
I
night.
mean,
Does it is it do you like go back to sleep or do you kind of just like all right I have to
I'll
start my day now?
usually like you like stop for a minute and like check my phone, get some water, and it'll go away after like a couple minutes. But like I guess I'm a kind of a light sleeper, so like it's for me it's just loud enough that it wakes me up. But it happens every once
Gotcha,
in a while.
gotcha.
It's not like super frequent, but
Hmm.
yeah. Um, what are your hobbies, man? Like what besides the
Um,
motorcycle and
don't do too much, honestly. I'm so busy because I do work every day at the
yeah.
moment. Got some
What
family stuff going on that is making me have to work every day. But I work
what
at
is?
my family's restaurant.
Oh, okay. I was about to ask. I was like,
Um,
wait, where do you work?
yeah. I work at my family's restaurant. Play guitar on the side. I work out, Twitch, and motorcycles. That's about it.
Yeah, I'm
What about you?
finally just able to go back to the gym again. They've been closed for 6 months over here. Like I've always been really into weightlifting and stuff, so it
Hmm.
was
Yeah, California is definitely more strict
yeah,
on the whole lockdown.
yeah. I mean, San Francisco is the first place in the U.S. to go like on a shelter in place order. So I've basically since the beginning of March I've been sheltering in place,
Just
I guess.
chilling. Yeah. I
Yeah.
feel like it was a blessing and a curse just because one, it's like shitty, but two, we had so much time to like focus on like our content creation.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't be here right now if everything that happened didn't
Exactly,
happen.
yeah.
So, Yeah, it's a blessing and a curse at the same time.
But yeah, Arizona, low key, I feel like we didn't even go into a lockdown. Like we
Yeah.
had the order and everything, but like people are still going out like to like stores and like partying and all that stuff. But gyms have been open for some time now, so just gotta be safe, 100%, because there is a lot of people there.
All right, I just asked Stan Man the other night because he was doing like a Q&A on Twitch. You know Stan Man, right? Everybody knows Stan Man.
No,
No?
I have no idea who he
Bro,
is.
you've probably seen a TikTok of his and like just didn't know who he was, but like he's a big Call of Duty guy. He plays with like Lucci and Sally as a dog and stuff like that.
Hmm.
He,
To be honest,
I
I'm not really integrated into like the gaming community, honestly.
it's
So I don't know that many
probably
people.
gotcha. That's surprising. Because like I said, I feel like it's probably because you don't use hashtags. Because like you when you
Yeah,
use hashtags, you start seeing people who use those hashtags. I feel
true,
like.
true, 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 true,
So like I
true.
said, I'm gonna experiment. I'm gonna start not using them and see what happens. Could be good. It could be bad.
Update me, update me. We just see your numbers
Yeah.
go up.
I mean, the one I posted this morning, no hashtags, and it seemed like it was doing okay. So, um, what was I saying? Damn it.
Stand,
Oh,
the whole thing with Stand
so
Man.
yeah, I asked him the age old question: barbell bench press or dumbbell bench press? Which one do you prefer?
Um, I don't know. My shoulders are dinged up from doing barbell, so I have been doing dumbbells recently.
Okay.
But I do. It's kind of like a half and half. It kind of just like how I'm feeling. But I would say I feel more comfortable with dumbbells.
Okay. So I hate doing dumbbell bench press, but I see why it's important for like stabilizer muscles and stuff.
Uh huh. Yeah.
And then like if I see somebody putting up two 100-pound dumbbells for dumbbell bench press, to me that's more impressive than somebody like benching 225. Obviously, it just takes way more control and it's harder to
Oh yeah, for
progress.
sure, for
Yeah.
sure.
Um, but like before everything shut down, I was putting up 215 on the flat bench for 4 reps, and then dude, I'm scared to even see how much strength I've lost. It's got to be
Oh
so
no,
bad.
dude. I'm pretty sure 135 is gonna feel like
Dude,
225. Yeah.
it's gonna suck, dude. It took me so long to get there. I could see 225, dude. Like it was right there, you know? And then
You never
like
did it, but you're doing 215 for four.
so I've never been somebody I usually don't use a spotter. I know that's not, the best thing, but
Yeah,
because of that I've never tried to do like a one rep max or anything like that. I'm sure I could put up
gotcha.
225
No, you definitely could. If
for
you're
one
doing
rep.
215 for
Yeah,
four,
for
you
sure,
definitely
but
225.
I just never did it cuz I don't want to like, send myself to
Get
Snap
pinned.
City.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, man, so I'm excited to be working out again, but at the same time, the content creator side of me is like, damn, now I got to go to the gym. I got to like, I can't focus on other things, man. I can't like relax. And like I said, I think moving to somewhere where like the financial side of this is not going to be as sketchy is definitely going to help me relax more.
Yeah. No. No. Yeah, for sure. You'll be less stressed. And I
Yeah.
feel like that in itself is gonna affect so many other areas of your
Yeah.
life.
I mean, I've tried to focus on it more, the whole mental health side of everything, because like I don't think people think about that as like people are like, oh, I just I really want to be a YouTuber, but I mean just being a streamer. Big Rob Energy, you might know who he is because he's not very like niche specific. Big Rob Energy.
I don't think so.
Damn. You how
The
much time do you
most
spend
I
on how much time do you spend on TikTok? Do you think like a
quite a
day?
bit, but I I just feel like they don't pop up on my for you page. The most I know is like Low, Aiden, and
Dude,
then like
Lowe's killing it, bro. Lowe's killing
yeah,
it.
literally watched him grow from like 30K to like what 230 something now.
Yeah, I would love to have him on, man, because I bet you that guy's man.
He probably has so much to say about like his growth and like how everything he's done so far.
I, I mean, I don't pay attention to his numbers too much because he's usually like higher up on the list, and like
Hmm.
but I'm curious how he's being affected by like everybody going back to school and stuff. It's like I saw a huge drop because I think my audience is a little younger,
Hmm.
definitely more on the younger side.
Yeah,
Um, but I saw a huge drop when Ninja came back. Like when Ninja came back, and like there was definitely like people that went and watched him instead. So it's like it was just weird how everything kind of like it was like a switch just came on. Everybody was like, I'm going to my first day of school is on Wednesday, and I'm like, oh damn, and then somebody's like, oh, like my work is opening back up. I'm gonna start, not working from home as much, and then Ninja came back, and Shroud, and just everybody came back, and it's just like,
Yeah,
damn,
just
it's crazy to see it
a
change like that.
whammy.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro. To be honest with you, I do. I don't. I'm not following too many people, so I do see when Lowe's live. And his numbers do fluctuate a lot, but he caps out like 700 sometimes,
yeah,
which is insane. It does like go lower to like 200s, but like for the most part, I think those are really good numbers at
yeah.
the
Well, I
end
mean,
of the day.
it's interesting because you definitely see people. There's definitely levels, man. Because like you see people that like they get to a certain point and they kind of hang out there, and then they either go down or they go up. But like I know, because I watch a, because like I don't. Do you know who Harris Heller is? YouTuber. So Harris Heller is probably the, I would say in my opinion, one of the best people to watch for like streaming and content creating advice, because what he did was he started on Vine. He did like music stuff on Vine, right? Like him and his wife are like musicians.
Hmm.
And what they did was they put all their money, all their time into Vine, and then Vine literally like went away almost overnight. It feels like, like it was just gone, and so they had
Yeah,
to start over, or he had to start over, and so like his content changed, and now he used to call himself like the stream doctor, but I think he kind of shied away from using that term just because he didn't want to like, I guess, like trap himself in that space. But
yeah,
his his advice and stuff like that is just like, you find stuff on there. He's the reason I got the Elgato, because he was like, it's the best USB mic you can get because of the software and everything.
hmm,
But he was talking about how you should watch streamers that even you like normally don't watch, because you can learn from everybody. And so like I like to every once in a while pick a streamer that's like big, so like Ninja, and you go watch like how they, because people, when somebody's that big, a bunch of people make YouTube videos about how they got to where they are, and like, their ups and downs and stuff like that.
yeah,
He hung around like 7,000 viewers for like 6 months, and then just changed a couple things and just blew up. And it was like, like I guess Harris Heller was on like some kind of team or something, like a content creator team. And so like he actually met Ninja and hung out with him for like a couple days. And he said Ninja literally brought his whole setup with him to this place to stream while everybody else was like taking a break. It's like that's the type of like mindset and drive that
the
somebody who's
grind.
that successful has to have, you know. I'm sure he
Yeah,
I'm sure it's different for him now, but at that time, it was like,
crazy.
man.
I
And
wouldn't
I
even
mean,
think about doing that to be honest.
I know when he said that in a video, like about how he noticed that, I was just like, damn, man, I don't know if I would drag my whole setup to a hotel. That's a lot of work, you know.
To a hotel, the internet would be probably dookie.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he used like a hotspot or something,
Oh, gotcha.
or I don't know if it was a hotel or an Airbnb or something. I don't know. Who knows?
No, but
I don't
that's
know.
dope. Yeah, I aspire to
Yeah.
be on that type of grind.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I feel like I'm not saying like it's an excuse or anything, but like I have a girlfriend and she has a kid, so it's like I'm also trying to like have like a family
You're
life, and
low,
it's hard to
yeah, you're
find that
low key a
balance.
father.
It's hard to find that balance, man. Still working on it,
No, for
but
sure, for sure. No, I feel
yeah,
that. Like I have my work and all that stuff too, so I gotta find that balance. Self care is a good something you have to implement as well.
yeah. Like I said, man, that's why I think it's important to like focus on that mental health aspect too, because it's easy to get like, I mean, you see it, like you see. Unfortunately, there is a problem with streamers. A lot. I mean, I I know there was a couple. Like my brother told me about one streamer that he watched for a long time that took his life, but it's definitely a problem, man,
No, yeah,
in the streamer
you
community.
definitely have to
Just
find balance.
yeah,
I feel like, yeah, but like the whole, I've noticed that the streamer community is super um, supportive of one another as well.
yeah,
So that definitely helps in that aspect.
yeah. I feel like it's just really easy to get discouraged, you know,
No, 100%. I've
big
had those
time.
days too.
Oh yeah, I
Hiding
think
my viewer account was like the best thing I could have done for myself.
You still do that? You just don't even look at it?
Yeah, don't look at it um I until I rate someone. Then I kind of have to see my number.
Yeah. You know what? I've been looking at it less and less. I might just stop because I with do you use OBS or Streamlabs?
I use Streamlabs.
So I
Trying
switched
to
to
make the
OBS.
transition.
It's super easy, dude. They have like you can literally import scenes now. It's so easy.
Oh, so you can
Gotta
just
yeah.
import Streamlabs into OBS now?
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
import your scenes
definitely make
over.
that transition.
It's cleaner, less bugs. Definitely uses less resources. Like my CPU
hmm
percentage used to like hang out around like 9, and it hangs out around like 5 now. So,
Yeah, that's like one of the
um,
biggest thing that people told me about.
yeah, more
Streamlabs
frames,
just uses
dude.
so much.
More FPS. Uh, what was I talking about? Damn it, I go off on the like different things. Um,
Low count, I remember.
I don't remember either. We can move on to something else. But yeah, no, dude, I think it's
Oh
really
no, we were talking
important
about
to.
OBS.
Oh, the
Were we
viewer
not?
count. That's what we were talking about. The
Oh
viewer
yeah,
count.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So in OBS, you don't see a viewer count. Like I don't know if there's a way to turn it on, but I just left it off. But my
hmm
phone, I use my phone to like quickly change the title and stuff, and so you'll see your viewer count on there. But there's that huge delay. Like it doesn't update. It feels like it only updates like once every like couple of minutes or something. You know.
The
So
viewer
it's like,
count.
yeah, like it definitely like you have to take it with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? It might dip for like 2 seconds and it records it, and all of a sudden you're like, oh no, like I'm down at like 20, but you're really already,
Oh
it
no,
was just a
yeah.
little dip.
Like when you rate someone, like their number stays at like whatever it is, but then like a minute later, just.
Yeah,
So yeah, there's
raids
definitely a
are
delay.
raids are weird, man.
Why?
You know, because like you raid somebody and like everybody, I mean, it's like yeah, you're introducing your community to somebody else, but like I wonder how many people actually like stop and watch. I've never really paid attention too
Um,
much of it, but
it's not like a huge, because obviously you have to make like a good impression for sure for someone to
yeah.
stay. But I've had like a couple raids where I've had people come through and like I've like kind of like took their viewer.
Yeah, I've
Like
definitely
they'd rather
seen that.
come, they'll definitely come to mind instead of the other person that rated me now. So it
Yeah.
does like kind of help a little bit, but it's not a huge like thing. But I still think it's like a cool concept, and I think it's fun and all that stuff.
Yeah. I've had people tell me like they don't watch me anymore because like I've grown a little bit, so it's harder like I don't read. It takes me longer to
Chat,
like to read chat. Like I
yeah.
try to read everything, but it takes me longer
hmm
sometimes to like read everything. And so I think there's people out there who crave that like instant back and forth, so they like the smaller streamers, you know.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Um
That's guess that's just one of
One
the
of the
cons of
drawbacks to
growing.
growing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I feel like it's hard. It's one thing I stopped caring about the follower number as much because like
hmm
I've seen people who have like 120,000 followers on Twitch but they average like 15. Like it makes you wonder like
Exactly. It's not like yeah, the follow count on Twitch doesn't matter. Nor does
no.
it matter on a lot of platforms, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean it definitely doesn't matter as much on TikTok because you're
Yeah,
trying to get to the for you page. Like if only your
it doesn't.
followers are seeing your content, there's a problem, you know.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, it doesn't show your content to a lot of your followers too. Like,
Yeah. Cuz
some
they
videos are only getting like 4,000 views when you have like 100K. Like,
yeah, it's weird.
it's strange.
Have you looked into like Instagram Reels or how like YouTube has like YouTube Shorts coming? They're basically
Um,
copying TikTok.
yeah, I haven't dwelled into Instagram Reels, but I don't know. Maybe I should because I have seen like a lot of videos just blow up on Instagram Reels.
Really? I've posted
Yeah,
one, and I feel like definitely more people saw it than usual, but it wasn't like crazy, you know.
I mean, if you're already making content on TikTok, might as well just post on Instagram as
Yeah.
well.
The only thing I will say that I noticed is like Instagram. I think they only let you do up to 30 seconds. So like
Yeah,
if your TikTok is longer than 30 seconds, it's kind of weird. But
exactly, exactly. That's why I haven't been able to post because a lot of my videos are like a minute.
Yeah. Is that mainly what you do? You post like minute clips?
No,
No.
this is a lot of videos that I have that are over a minute. And I feel like the ones that are not that much, or not that much, like not that long, or don't do that well. So
Yeah, because it's harder to get that like 85% view time or whatever they say.
yeah.
You know. Um, I heard the rumor like a while back, but because they have the beta testers program on there.
Hmm.
Apparently, a couple people higher up on TikTok have been able to post longer than a minute.
On the
I,
reels.
no, on TikTok, like they've been able to post up to
Oh,
3 minutes.
interesting.
So I wonder because if that becomes a thing, I feel like that would change TikTok a lot.
That would. There'd be less scrolling. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that actually,
That's weird, isn't it?
because I don't know if I would like, because like TikTok's always just like scroll,
Yeah.
15-second video scroll.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the longer the video is, the less people are gonna watch the whole thing. That's just
Yeah.
comes with it.
So yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. But I mean, if it's there,
Yeah,
I
it'll
don't
be
know.
interesting.
Might as well.
Because I mean, if the algorithm does change based off of like what they implement, then would that mean that they would start favoring longer videos?
Yeah,
You
man, I
know,
have no clue. We'll see.
it's
We'll have to
weird.
see.
Something just weird to think about. You know.
Yeah.
Are you into like movies and TV?
Um, not too big. Not too big.
I'm a big nerd into that stuff. So you
What's your
watch like
favorite
any?
series?
Um, I mean, I feel like my favorite series kind of changes based off of like what everybody's talking about. Like probably the best thing I've watched recently was Umbrella Academy.
Oh, okay. I've heard of it. It was on Netflix, right?
It's really good, dude. I I
Yeah.
I, I didn't watch the first season until the second one came out, so like I was like, man, I slept on this one. I could have watched this a long time ago and would have loved it.
Yeah, no,
So
I try not to spend too much time on watching stuff. I used to over quarantine. I was watching like some some anime.
yeah,
I watch like. Do you watch anime at all?
I have in the past, but not mainly because friends were watching it or something. I never really got into it. I've seen like a little
Yeah,
bit of Attack on Titan and stuff like that, but
yeah. Still
not too
haven't seen
much.
that one, but I've only watched like three shows. But it takes so much of your time because you're binge watching the crap out of it. And I'm a
Yeah.
person who binge watches, so like I have a hard time like stepping away from it. So I kind of just don't even start it. I'd rather just spend my time on like maybe browsing Twitch and like try to like comment and like just like get into their community or TikTok. I'll scroll through TikTok and like comment through like every video.
Dude, so I'll
Make it
pull up.
productive.
Yeah, yeah. I'll pull up Twitch on the TV in the living room, and my girlfriend will
Hmm.
be like, "Let's watch something else. All you do is spend time like working," and I'm just like, "Sorry, just trying
I
to
feel
trying to be protective, like you said." It's
that's
it's
the
like I
thing
said,
too.
yeah,
You have like your little family, so it's like you got to
yeah,
spend time with them too. Like
yeah,
watching
yeah.
something is
Gotta
a
find
way to
that
spend time with
balance.
them.
It's just like I said, it's been hard to relax. So,
I feel
but
like once you move, you'll be chilling.
I think so, man. I think it'll be really good for all of us. Um, so how much is like I don't want it to come off weird. Like, do you know anybody who passed from Corona?
No,
No.
I know a lot of
So
people who had it, but no one has passed.
I went back to Arizona to see my folks just for like a day, and I stopped in one of my buddies just had a baby, and so I was like, yeah, dude, I'll come see the baby, So, well, also I'm the godfather, so obviously I got to go see the baby. So
Hmm.
they were having dinner at like his grandparents' house, and I went over there, and I think it was his uncle had just gotten through it, and then his grandfather was talking to me because he was like, "Oh yeah, I know the area that you live in over there, L.A. area," and he was talking to me about that. And then he just like out of the blue brought up, he's like, "And my wife passed from Corona," and I was like, "I'm sorry,"
Damn.
like, damn, like it's just like it's weird, because like you see it all in the news and stuff, but yeah, like it's
I think, although it's like there's a lot of numbers, it's also like kind of rare. Because I mean,
yeah,
there's so many people contracting it, obviously, but like deaths are rare. They are
yeah.
happening, but they are rare.
I mean, and it's definitely more elderly people. It's like
Yeah,
I can't imagine what it's like to be an older person who's like higher risk. You know, I would be
yeah.
so
They're probably
paranoid.
scared for they're probably scared for their life.
I mean, I heard stories over the past couple months of like people like seeing like some old woman crying in her car because she's afraid to go in the grocery store. You know,
It's sad.
yeah, dude, it's really
Very
sad.
sad.
I've like it was kind of messed up to see on the news. They're like, "Oh, don't worry, it only kills old people." It's like, bro,
That makes it worse for the old people. They're probably like shaking
I
in their
know, but
boots.
like, I'm like, that's so harsh, man. You know?
Yeah. It's also not true at all either. There's people in like their
Yeah,
30s and 40s passing away as well.
yeah,
Just hella sad.
yeah. Pneumonia is no joke, man.
Yeah.
It's no joke. It can lead to organ failure. You know?
Yeah, like shock and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, not fun. I hope things do get better
I
soon
mean,
because it's just sad.
I'm worried that there's everybody going back to school and work that there's gonna be like a huge spike and they're gonna be like, we gotta shut it down. I hope it doesn't happen.
Again, yeah. I feel like they're being like less strict with it too as the school year goes on.
I think people are just over it, man. They're like, we can't keep living like this, you know? Like the economy. I invested into American Airlines when it dropped down low, and I mean I told my girlfriend I was like I invested enough to where like I have a decent little chunk once like it goes back to normal, but who knows when it's gonna go back to normal? It might be a couple of years, you know.
Yeah, I do not think that. Yeah, it might be a while, but if it does, like, if they do survive and like
They're
everything
definitely gonna
does go back to
survive.
normal, it's gonna boom like crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean the way that I don't know how do you pay attention to the stock? I don't pay attention to too much, but the stock
Nah,
market.
not at
So
all.
like when a company like American Airlines dips in like stock value, nothing changed except nobody's traveling. But when everybody goes back to traveling, there's still going to be American Airlines. So like the value of the company didn't drop. It's just the whole economy did, you know? It's like
Hmm.
it is. It's like it's on sale. It really is like it's like Black Friday for stocks, you know?
Yeah,
It's
but no,
weird.
yeah, yeah. Just hold on to those because they're definitely a spike once things go back to normal.
Yeah, I mean they were the shares are like $12 right now and they were worth like four times that before it happened. So,
But you
yeah.
haven't been investing at the moment.
So I was like swing trading them, you know? Like I was buying at
Hmm.
like $12 and then selling them at like 17, like a week later or something. Um but then one day everybody was like, "Oh, like we might be like the economy's going to recover and all this stuff like that." And I was like, "All right." So I bought it like 15 or 16 and it just hasn't gone back up there in a while. I think it's because it really set in like how long this might last, you know? So haven't been swing
No, yeah.
trading anymore, but I don't even have the time for it anyways, man, because you gotta, it's so much like
You
watching
have to
it.
like, yeah. It's a job in itself.
Yeah. I see how people spend all day doing that. But
uh,
yeah, it's definitely been like a day trader's dream right now. Like, I told my girlfriend, like, who knows? Like, unless there's, I hope there's not another like pandemic like this in our lifetime. But if it does happen, like, I mean, that's the only time where the economy's gonna be like this again. You
hmm.
know, it just doesn't happen like
Yeah,
this.
yeah. These don't happen often.
Yeah, unless
Nor
it's
did we
like
ever
a
expect this.
yeah. I mean, they're saying there might be a housing market crash because of this. There's a lot of people who couldn't pay their mortgage, and then
No,
like
probably.
a lot of people who own property that rely on their tenants to pay their rent in order to keep the house or keep the apartment complex, you know. And so if they're not paying for it, then how does the person who owns it not foreclose, you know? So like it's like where's their economic assistance program type of stuff, you know, because they need it too. So it's been interesting to kind of look at that stuff. Like I said, I don't focus too much on it, but I mean,
Yeah, me either.
I told my girlfriend that I was like, I mean, I want to buy a house soon, so if there's a housing market bubble that's about to burst, like it might not be a bad time to be waiting to buy a house, you know. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I mean, there's got to be some kind of repercussions for what's happened to the economy, you know.
100%.
Has to. So I don't know. It's gonna be sketchy, man. I
Yeah.
did. they've been talking about like another stimulus check for a while, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. You
I
know?
think so. I think it might. I
Yeah.
think Trump literally just tweeted like something about it
Well, I mean,
recently, like super, like yesterday.
yeah, I don't try to get into politics too much, but from my understanding, the issue has been they keep wanting to tack other things onto it, and they can't make up their mind about the other stuff, so they just haven't rolled out
Mm-hmm.
that check yet. But
Which is insane because they've had so much time to think about it.
yeah, my girlfriend would be like, "Oh, like they said we're gonna get like a $1,500 check." I'm like, "Babe, stop paying attention to it. It just they keep throwing out numbers every day, proposing new bills, and they like 95% of them don't even get looked at. So it's like can't focus on it too
Yeah,
much."
I'd take it with a grain of salt. I mean, like
Yeah,
maybe like keep up with it, but take it with a grain of salt.
were you surprised when we got that first one?
The stimulus check? Not surprised. Kind of like
I mean, I
I
was
was
happy,
surprised.
but
Yeah,
I
I
was
was
just
happy,
like,
but I wasn't like surprised.
I didn't
It
know.
definitely helps out.
Yeah, the way that everybody was talking about it, though, it was like a meme. Everybody's like, "Oh, like yeah, I'm gonna spend my $1,000 on
Oh
this,"
yeah,
and
I
it's just
know.
like, and then it actually
People probably
happened, and
did, bro.
yeah,
People were probably spending on stupid stuff. I mean, I low key kind of put it into my PC, but it's kind of been coming back to me, like the money, going back to the money that I spent on the PC. Is your food
yeah.
getting cold?
Dude, she literally just brought me like some like salami and cheese, like cause I'm trying
Okay.
to eat less carbs. So she
No,
just brought
okay,
me
I
like a
feel you.
little
I feel you.
snack. Cause it's we usually eat right around this time, but I'm fine, dude. I'm
Gotcha,
chilling. I
gotcha.
got some caffeine. We good.
How much time we got left on this? We've been talking for hour and a half.
Yeah, man.
Is there anything
Um,
else?
what you want to get off? You done?
Um, Maybe like 10 more minutes.
Okay.
I
Um,
do. I do have some stuff I have to do before I have to go head over
gotcha.
to work.
I'm just messing with you, but um, one thing that I've been trying to ask it more because the my viewers like it. Do you believe in aliens? Think aliens are out there, man?
Alien, dude, 100%, bro. They're living among us
You think they're
with all
here?
the with the what was it the Navy? Did you see that
Yeah,
video
the
where
the
the
Nimitz
Navy released
videos.
the
Yeah.
U? Yeah, they're living among us, bro.
I mean, who was it? It was like the damn. It was some big dude that was a part of like the Pentagon program who was like, yeah, we have off-world spacecraft. Like just came out and said that, and like nobody paid attention to it. I saw Joe Rogan talk about it for like a day, but
Yeah,
yeah,
dude. I don't know. It's just it's hard to believe. If anyone like doesn't think there's aliens, it's just hard to believe.
yeah. I mean, I guess the big question is like, if the aliens are here, like why are they like not making contact? Why are they just kind of like hiding? You know?
They're just more art was it intelligent? I don't know. Spying on us, seeing how we live. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Dude, imagine. I mean, can 2020 get any worse? Imagine if like they just declared war all of a sudden. They're just like, you know what? They just like all.
Right when 2020 is about to end,
I mean, I
we just
think
start
that
landing.
I think like all the countries would unite if that happened. I think we
True,
would all
true,
band
true.
together.
Yeah,
Be like Independence Day.
that'd be insane. But let's hope we don't go to war with aliens.
Yeah, I was just saying like 2020, man. Like what
That'd be
what could
sick
get
though.
worse, man?
But
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, I definitely do believe there's aliens, but I don't know. There's not enough evidence. There's not like concrete evidence.
yeah. Do you watch any podcasts?
Not really. Not conspiracy podcasts. I used to watch like business podcasts.
You ever watch Joe Rogan?
No.
So he had this guy Bob Lazar on who got famous in like I want to say the 80s for saying that like he worked at Area 51 and like he was claiming that he worked on spacecraft and all this stuff. And Joe Rogan had him on and it was weird, man. The way he talked about everything, it was like
Was he
he
like
was
confident
he's
in
either like
everything
the
he said?
greatest liar ever or the dude was telling the truth, man. Like there's no other way to put it. Like he was saying that they were working on aircraft that like they dug up, like they found them. And then he
Damn.
was he was saying that they manipulate gravity in front of them to like they don't use propulsion, they just kind of like manipulate gravity in front of them to move. which is an interesting thing.
Damn.
You know,
I'm
interesting
gonna
concept.
watch that.
Yeah, Bob Lazar, man.
'Cause that sounds
That's
freaking
that's a rabbit
insane.
hole.
I try not to watch these stuff. Like, I try not to watch stuff
It's
like
fun though.
conspiracy theories. Yeah, but just like fucks with your head.
I mean, like I said, man, like it's all fun. Like obviously, if you like think about that stuff too much, you'll find an excuse to just be like, oh, like this is all pointless. You know, like what is the point of everything if you know? There's people like
Yeah.
that. Like when I was in high school, I worked at the movies, and there was a guy that I worked with that was so paranoid about stuff like that he boiled his own water because he wanted to get the fluoride out.
Boiled his own water, like
Like
drank his own.
he boiled his drinking water to get the fluoride out because he said that it was the government's way of like um,
Yeah.
hardening our pituitary gland or something like that.
I mean, too much fluoride is
Mind
bad for you,
control.
but I could see how yeah.
I mean the way he because I still remember because this guy was a character. He explained it to me. He's like, dude, think about it. You look at like a tube of toothpaste, and it says if you swallow like a pea size more than a pea-sized amount of toothpaste, you're supposed to contact poison control, right? And
Yeah.
he's like, we're drinking like way more than that in our water all the time. He's like, I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
know, man. Like,
The thing that I mean, like, obviously you're not supposed to do that with toothpaste, but like, I don't think it'd kill you, to be honest.
it's probably just because it's like super concentrated. That's why it's bad for you in toothpaste. You know, I don't know. I don't
I
know how
couldn't tell
much
you.
is in our water.
I've never swallowed toothpaste
Yeah.
before.
If I ever
Maybe on
accidentally swallow
accident.
toothpaste, I'll let you know.
Tell me how it goes.
Uh, but yeah. You believe in any like other conspiracies like the moon landing or JFK or I don't. I
Mm,
guess I shouldn't say believe.
bro,
Like, have you thought
honestly,
about them?
no. Honestly, I don't. Like I said, they fuck with my head, so like I don't really dwell into them.
Gotcha.
What's the JFK one?
That like there was more than one shooter.
Oh, gotcha. No, I've heard about that. That stuff we learned
Yeah.
in history class and stuff.
Like about that there might have been more than one shooter or
Yeah,
just
yeah. There was
okay.
like one like hidden in the ground, and then there was one at a window or something.
So they say that Lee Harvey Oswald was at that window at the book depository or whatever they call it, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
there was there was like a because every so often they declassify like investigative files because it's like oh like it's so long ago that like everybody's involved is either dead or like nobody cares anymore, you know.
Uh-huh.
So they declassified the JFK assassination files, and there was a guy who his job was to like look at like the bullet impacts and figure out where they came from, and he said that one of the impacts on the windshield came from an opposite direction. Like there had to be more than one shooter, but
Yeah.
they just kind of ignored it. So it's weird. I don't think we'll ever find out, man.
He's probably dead. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I just don't think they'll ever be like, yeah, there was more than one shooter. You know, I don't think they'll ever like
Yeah.
talk about something like that.
But yeah, no, I've heard about that during history
Yeah.
class back in the day, back in like grade school.
Yeah. So you were talking about like what are some goals? Is that what you said earlier? Like as far as like where
Oh yeah, did we touch on that?
I don't know if we
But
did.
yeah, like goals, like where do you see yourself in the future? Let's say it was like, where do you see yourself in like 5 years or something?
I don't think I look that far. If you feel, I feel like if you look too far into the future like that, then like you're just never gonna get anything done. What I like to do is I like to. I think it was Harris Heller who he talked about some looking at it from that perspective, and I think that's really affected my mindset. But basically, what he said is what you should do is you should pick a goal, right? So let's say like average 100 viewers on Twitch. Okay, so like that's your goal. You want to get to that point.
Mm-hmm.
You should backtrack and figure out okay, how do I get there? And then use that backtracking to make little goals, you know? So like you set milestones kind of. So you'd be like, all right, like if I'm going to get to 100 viewers on Twitch, I need to make content to get people to go there. And it's like, all right, like what kind of content should I make? Where should I post it? You know, stuff like that. So like right now, I feel like I have really been lacking on making YouTube content because I've been so focused
Hmm.
on TikTok. But now that I've dialed it back on TikTok a little bit, I can use that time that I was spending on TikTok to make more YouTube videos. So that's kind of where
Yeah,
I am right now. Um, do you have a YouTube, right? I think I have it. I
I do.
listed
Yeah,
I got your TikTok, your Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram. I put it at the
yeah.
top.
Gotcha, gotcha. On like the little
Uh,
overlay.
yeah, it's on the overlay that I'm using. But YouTube is something people ask me like, how do I grow on YouTube? I'm like, I'm still trying to figure it out.
It's definitely something else.
Yeah,
Um,
it's definitely way
I'd
more
say
people
like
on it.
yeah, that on top of like you just have to make content that. I mean, I can't really talk for myself because I haven't really like grown like a platform on YouTube really, but like I say searchable content is like the best way to like
Yeah,
grab viewers, and then like doing like vlogs where no one like really knows where you are, who you are, starting like as that, it's like it's hard to grow like that, but making content that like someone would need to like search up and then like it could pop up and then
yeah.
yeah,
Like you mean like look at like I mean it's like supply and demand. You're like, all right, like people are looking for
basically yeah,
this. Yeah,
yeah, be informational or like I don't know,
yeah.
just make content that someone wants to like search for like yeah.
I've had one YouTuber on so far because I'm trying to get like people from all over. It's mostly been
Hmm.
TikTok and Twitch. Um, but I had a Ducka John, and he I think he just hit 50K on YouTube. But his big thing has been G Fuel reviews. So he's done like every type of G Fuel video you can think of. Like, all right, we're gonna mix them. We're gonna try all the cans. We're gonna try
Oh
this new
wow.
powder. And like he told me basically like he's ready to move on. Like he's kind of like burnt out on that. That he doesn't want to
Yeah,
like
there's
you
so much
can
you could do with that.
yeah, but you can. It's easy to get like trapped into one type of thing on YouTube, and so like that's where
Yeah,
he was at. Which is we talked and we're like, yeah, we should like he should come back on in like 6 months so we kind of talk about it and see
get
like
an
what's
update on it.
changed. Yeah, like both of us, because he hadn't really tried TikTok out, but then I saw him. He was like, "Yeah, dude, I'm gonna try TikTok now," and he had one video that did. I think it was an Among Us video. It did really well because one thing that he's really good at because of YouTube is editing. So like he
Hmm.
was able to use that like quick jump and like zoom in on the face to see his reaction and stuff like that. Like he just whole nother level of like editing skill right there because he's
Yeah, no,
been spending all his time on YouTube. So
that's definitely gonna help him.
yeah, so yeah, that's been interesting to see him try out TikTok. Dude, so I see some shoes behind you. You big into shoes?
Yeah. I was. I don't know if you like look at my Instagram, like how I started with social media and everything is I started with like streetwear and like fashion and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
then when TikTok came around, I started to just make TikTok videos, whatever was trending, honestly, just like personality videos, just like showing who I am. Um, and then the whole thing with Twitch and TikTok Live came about, so I kind of just been focusing on that. But yeah, it used to be a lot bigger, but I've sold a lot because I'm not as into it as I was before, and I'd rather just invest that money somewhere else.
So were you into just like collecting them or did you like flip shoes?
Both.
Both?
So I did flip shoes for a while, and collect some for myself that I liked, but I wasn't really wearing them. I was kind of just collecting them, so I ended up just selling a
Yeah.
bunch of them.
So how does flipping shoes work? Do you like wait for like a specific shoe to come out?
Yeah. So I mean, there's like two ways that you can go about it. You could be that person who like this is something Lowe did too. He went and like got new shoes, fixed them up, and then sold them. Or you could be one of the people who looks out for like the new drops, like the new thing, because the new things always do sell for some money. So basically, there's like raffles that you can sign up for. There's the drop on the day that you could try your luck on. There's draws and all that stuff. But it's hard. It's hard to like get a dub, a sneaker raffle. So
It seems like that would take a lot of time.
yeah, a lot of time, and then you end up not getting the shoe, and it's kind of just like
I mean, if
a
you think
bunch of
about it,
waste of time.
it's kind of like the stock market. You're trying to find like something to buy in on and then you know what I mean? That's kind of like
Yeah, it's
similar.
definitely like an investment kind of thing.
Yeah. You
But
think you'll ever
yeah,
get back into it? Like,
reselling or collecting?
both. Like either one. Do you ever see yourself like?
Reselling, not really. If anything, I'd do it on the side. Like if I had time to just like hop on a drop and try and get it, so get extra couple bucks on the side. Collecting maybe when I don't have to pay for tuition and other things.
Yeah. Do you, so the way that drops work though, is it like always is it are they normally at like a certain time? Like, because I
Yeah,
know,
they're at a certain time, and then like there's people who have bots that like instantly buy for
oh,
them, which
of
is
course, that's
yeah. So
scummy.
there's cheaters,
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean,
but yeah, it's like first come first serve kind of thing, or it's like a randomizer kind of thing. It's
have
one
they
of those
tried
two usually.
have they tried to stop bots from being able to do that, or do they just kind of don't
Yeah,
care?
but like they try like they'll like implement like new ways to check out like Supreme, like they try to like have like the captcha things. You have to go
Yeah,
through that, but like people just make bots to get through that stuff.
that's so
So
crazy,
it's
man.
always like getting updated and stuff.
That's crazy. Were you into like Supreme when that was a
I
thing?
was for a little bit, yeah.
Is that still a thing? Like, do they still make a big deal about it?
um, yeah, I feel like not as much anymore. People are kind of like starting to gravitate towards like actual like outfits and stuff, things that look good, like not hype, but it's still a thing, and a lot of stuff are getting resold for a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, I know when there was that huge craze about it, like I saw videos and stuff about it, and I was always kind of like ridiculous. Like I saw, I don't know if it was real, maybe you know,
At the
but it was like,
stores,
yeah, they were literally like it was like bricks with like a Supreme logo on it.
oh yeah, but people are getting stabbed at like the stores because like people are like cutting lines and stuff. People
How
took
does
that
that
stuff seriously,
how does
which is
that make any
insane.
sense? You're like, I want something so bad, I'm gonna like commit a crime, like literally like
I think it's more of a money thing. Like
manslaughter.
people are trying to exactly. People are just like getting the stuff to resell mostly. And then there's obviously the people who collect it and whatnot.
Yeah,
I
but
wasn't the
like,
person who got a Supreme brick though.
how do you how do people not like fake stuff though? Because like if they're putting Supreme on all kinds of random stuff, how does somebody not go, "Oh, I got this," and it's like just looks exactly the same? Like, can't you just fake it?
I mean, I guess there's fake stuff out there, but there's also like ways to like authenticate it, I guess. And it's like super looked down upon to wear fake stuff, so
Well, yeah,
but
obviously. I just mean like I feel like there's got to be like
but
a
yeah,
whole.
you can definitely fake stuff.
Yeah, that's so weird, man. To think that there's
Yeah.
people who like spend all their time making fake stuff to like try and sell.
Yeah. People just trying to make money, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's everything. It all comes down to money at the end of the day. Everybody's trying to make some
Yeah,
money.
exactly. But I feel like that's something that's not sustainable at all. That's kind of just like a one in. Grab as much money as you can because that's something that can get shut down. Just like selling fake stuff.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yep. What about you?
What?
You ever been into that stuff?
Um, I used to collect. I've never been into shoes, but I used to collect like limited edition versions of like video games, which is always hit or miss. Sometimes they're worth something later on. Sometimes they're not.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like I used to sell things on eBay, but eBay now is a joke, man. Like I just feel
Why?
like so I've tried to sell stuff on eBay, and you just get a bunch of like fake people saying, "Oh, like yeah, I'll buy it," and then like they at towards the end of like negotiating, they'll just be like, "Yeah," and then I just want to can you throw a gift card in there? Like, because I'm sending it to a friend or something. Basically, they're gonna take the gift card, right? Like they're gonna and then
Mm-hmm.
cancel your thing, and you have to dispute it with eBay. Like you're basically screwed. You just gave this person free money. So obviously, if you're smart enough to be like, okay, that's phony. But like, it just seems like it's a big problem. Like honestly, I think eBay's gonna go away soon.
Yeah. The whole thing with bidding too. The fact that people could bid without like actually spending money.
Yeah, drive up the price.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It's weird. We tried to sell some. Because my girlfriend has a bunch of like old Disney VHS tapes that are worth something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like you just get you don't like they'll totally play like they really are interested and they know about it and they they really want it, and then at the end they'll just be like, oh yeah, and can you throw in $100 gift card too? I'll pay for it. But
I mean, that's a sketch.
yeah,
That in itself is sketch. Just ask you for a gift card.
yeah. It sucks though, because then you're like, oh, like yeah, like I'm gonna actually sell this. This is awesome, and then at the end you're like, oh, they're a phony.
Yeah,
It's a letdown.
that's the crappy
Because you
part about it.
they waste your time.
Hmm.
It
I mean,
sucks.
there's also other websites too. I used when I was like reselling stuff. I used Mercury, and
Mercury. I've never
have you
heard
ever
of
heard
it.
of it? Yeah, and I feel like people are more like,
Legit.
yeah, for sure.
I'll have to look into
And I
that.
feel like you have to like lock in the price too. Like you have to buy it. Or, I don't know. People can like cancel their order and stuff, but I don't know. I never had a bad thing with it. I sold over like 60 items or
Yeah.
something.
I've probably sold most of my stuff recently on Let Go. It's probably where I've sold most of my stuff.
Is Let Go the local one?
Yeah, so like what you want to do is you want to like obviously depending on what the item is, like, you don't want to get robbed or something. So like you try to go to like a public place or I'm at an apartment complex, so I'll just be like meet at front of the leasing office. So obviously they won't know where I live, but like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to cuz sometimes I've had it happen before. When I was in San Francisco, it was a big problem where like me and my roommates would be selling something and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'll meet you over here," and they don't show up. So you went like 20, 30 minutes out of your way and they don't even show. Like they're just trolling.
Bro, yeah.
It's messed up. I had it happen to me
Same
one
thing.
time, and ever since then, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going out of my way for nobody.
Yeah, no. Just have them meet up at your apartment, honestly.
Yeah, or somewhere like really close. Like I was really close to a mall, so I was always like, just meet at this mall because I could walk to it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But yeah.
what about you, man? You got goals? So as far as like where you want to go with
Oh,
everything, like,
we keep trailing away from that, but yeah. I guess I don't like try to like I don't set like a oh I want 100 viewers by the next 5 years or something. I kind of just with Twitch I kind of just play it by like yo I just want to grow. I
yeah,
try not to worry about it as much just because it does get stressful when you worry about numbers and all that stuff.
mm-hmm,
But
yeah,
you know just
definitely.
want honestly kind of simple. Just want to grow on Twitch. Hopefully by then I'll be a nurse and working and hopefully in a healthy relationship and yeah,
Okay,
just hope
so
everyone in my family's healthy, all that stuff.
that's good, man. That's a good thing to want. Just everybody to be healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, so like
Because that's all that
for
matters at the end of the day.
So do you think like no matter what, like it'll just be kind of like a side thing?
Um, Twitch.
Yeah, like just content creating Twitch.
Um,
It's like you really want to be
if
a
I
nurse,
could,
right? Like that's like what your heart really
yeah,
wants, right?
that's a thing too. Like I would love to be. Okay, I want to be a nurse and I'd love to be a nurse, but like I if I could, I would take content creation. If I could take it content creation to full time, um, I would.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't want to work as a nurse forever. I do want to work as a
Right.
nurse, but I don't want to work as a nurse forever because
I mean, I'll
that's a
tell you right
taxing
now,
job,
man.
honestly.
Based off of friends' experience, working being a nurse is I mean, yeah, you gotta you. I hope your heart's in it because it's a long
Yeah,
journey, man. You
exactly.
know,
But no, yeah,
but
my brother's a nurse too, so
that's cool.
I've had a lot of
That's gotta help a lot.
I've had that gap too where I was getting rejected to think about it. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just got rejected for Twitch partner. My views weren't consistent
recently,
enough. Yeah, like less than like a week ago.
probably because of the whole what's it called, the whole back to school thing.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, like just we've made a lot of partners recently, and we're trying to be more careful about seeing whether people can stay on their current trajectory. And I was like, damn, if only I'd submitted like been able to submit like 3 or 4 weeks before that, maybe I would have caught that wave. But I saw it as a
Yeah.
challenge. It's like, all right, I just need to step up my game because the same stuff that was working during the peak of the pandemic is not working anymore. You got to really. I feel like I mean, it's just like anything. It's survival of the fittest, man. The ones that really want to do it are the ones that are gonna continue to be able to.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah,
And
I agree.
I mean, yeah, I might get a part time job, but I'm gonna try my hardest to still put out good quality content, you know.
Yeah, as long as you want it, you can make time for it for sure.
Yeah. I mean, the way that I also look at content creation, I'll let you go soon, man. I'm looking at the time. I'm like, I don't want to keep you
No
too long.
worries. What time is it?
I mean,
Holy
we're
crap.
almost,
Okay, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So just on an end note, like when the film industry, the way I looked at it was, I obviously wanted to get to the point where I was doing creative stuff, right? But to
hmm
get there, you have to start out as like a coffee runner. You know, you have to do those crappy things where you're just basically everybody's bitch. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. Like, you
Yeah.
know, you just do everything. You know, hey,
hmm
hold these cords so the camera dolly doesn't run it over. Or, you know,
Yeah.
someone's got to use the
Any job
bathroom.
just
Hold
to
this.
get your like
Yeah,
foot in the door.
yeah. But I mean, I know people who have been doing that for like 5 years and they're still doing that because they just you have to get so many hours that count towards the union, and you got to getting into the union is like the first big goal that you have, because once you get into the union you have job security, you know, like people start calling you instead of you having to look for work.
hmm
So for me, content creation is a way that I can kind of like I can use that creative side of my brain that I want to already, you know. I don't have to start out as somebody who literally gets to do nothing but be a runner for somebody who gets to do that cool thing that I want to do. So it's like
Yeah.
the sky's the limit, you know. However much time and effort I want to put into learning and stuff, that's how much, you know. That's how successful you're gonna be. You really, I guess there's no other way to put it besides that, like, you're your own boss, so it's really up to you,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
No, I feel that.
it's a blessing and a curse, you know, for
It's
sure.
hard. It's hard. Like it's dope that the work you put in kind of shows, but it's hard
Like I
mentally.
100%, yeah, I 100% see why people give up.
Yeah.
100%. It's not easy at all.
Yeah.
Like,
Especially like as you, where you're kind of using it as like a financial crutch. I That's hard because I
yeah, I
kind of just
mean,
see it as like a hobby at the time. Like right now, like I don't worry about numbers. Like I don't. It's not
yeah.
my 100% financial like crutch.
Yeah, I mean, I see it as a blessing that I've been able to use it to pay the bills so far. You know, I never thought
Yeah,
I'd be
one
able
hundred
to.
percent. Yeah.
I never thought it would be to that point. And so, I mean, it's like I said, I think this whole dip that we're on right now, where like everybody's kind of adjusting to this whatever we call normal at the moment, you know,
hmm
it's kind of like it's made me think more of like, you know, hey, like this is not a consistent thing. It can go away overnight. I mean, you see it happen to people all the time. They get canceled. They just, you know, literally nobody everybody loses 100% respect for them, and then they just, you know,
Yeah.
they basically you have to start over at that point, you know. And it's
hmm
like I could see how people would just be like just walk away from it. I mean, you see like famous actors all the time, they quit acting and they work a normal job now.
Yeah.
So it's
I
just
feel
like
like
anything else.
yeah. I don't know. It's crazy.
It's weird to think about it like that, right? I mean,
Yeah. No. Yeah.
that's why I do the podcast, man, because you don't really see this side of it, you know. It's interesting to talk to somebody else who kind of
Oh, like
understands, you know.
yeah, for sure. Like the creator aspect, like because like the supporters and like the people who watch you don't. They just see you as
Yeah,
you or a person. They don't get to see the behind the scenes of like all the extra work that you put in to
yeah,
everything.
yeah. And that, like, you know, if one person sees this and then understands that, I feel like that's a win, you know, you helping somebody understand it. So, yeah, man, it was awesome talking to you. You're a great
Yeah, it
dude.
was dope talking to you. Thanks,
Yeah,
bro. You as
I,
well.
yeah, like I said, thank you for being on, man. I really,
Yeah, for
I
sure.
appreciate it. It was cool to
Thank
talk
you
to
for
you.
having me on. I was honestly surprised that you reached out to me for that. So I
Yeah, man,
appreciate that, bro.
trying to get people from all walks of life, you know,
Yeah. Well,
you
I'm
know.
excited for who else you get on it. I'll be watching from the sidelines.
Cool,
I'll be
man.
watching everything from the
All
sidelines.
right, man. Yeah, I was
And
surprised that you watched that much. So that's cool.
yeah, for sure. All right, man. Take care.
Hey, good luck with the nursing stuff, man. I'm
Yeah,
rooting
for
for
sure.
you.
You'll probably know if I got in or not.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
I'll
open
be
about
looking.
everything. So,
Yeah,
all right,
which is
man.
good.
Take care.
Take care, man. Peace.